If you feel like the Lord is telling you to go, go. If you've never been, go. If you want to mix and mingle with other single people, go. But let me tell you, this is going to be the singles conference starter pack. I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. Okay? In no particular order. Enjoy your singleness. They are going to compare singleness in so many ways to an amusement park. You should be having the time of your life. Okay? Being single. All right? It is just a season. Whether it's been 10, 20, or 25 years. It is just a season. That's what they're going to tell you. You aren't ready. In so many words, I'm going to tell you, you may or may not be ready. You may need more healing, more therapy, more this, more that. Get your money up, whatever they're going to tell you. Your person may not be ready. He may not have been released from whatever it is the Lord is doing. So the Lord is still pruning him or her. Wherever they are on planet Earth, we don't know. And what time they're showing up, we don't know. But you may not be ready and they may not be ready. There's going to be a married person at these events that is going to tell you, when I was single, I took it for granted. That's what they're going to say. And they're going to tell you so much that you need to enjoy your solitude, enjoy your time. Why? Because you have more time to dedicate to the Lord. And that is very true. But they're going to tell you this at every single singles conference. And that married person is going to almost make it seem like they missed their alone time in so many words, okay? Wait on the Lord is going to be played ad nauseum. And I love Wait on the Lord. That song hits me right here for reasons. But they're going to play it ad nauseum. And the overall theme of a singles conference is wait. Wait. Hold on. Almost like you say wait, okay? Single panels. There's going to be a single panel. It's going to be single women. And it is going to be some particular woman is going to be almost 50 and she looks 30. That's always the case. And then there is going to be men of a certain age that are not married, but they are not single. Just let me let you know, they're probably not single. Now, obviously, I can't speak for every single panel, but they're going to be talking about worldly things. And I get it because the dating pool out here is crazy. So, and they're going to sprinkle in the culture stuff. But panel probably have a baby and probably have a girlfriend. They're not single and they're not married and they're in their 30s. Anywho, steward your singleness well. Get your money up. Focus on you. Focus on your purpose. Focus on what the Lord called you to do. Steward, harvest, sow and what am I trying to say? Sow and reap? Yes. And then of course they're gonna beat you over the head with Paul, okay? Because Paul is the GOAT in this department, and he's not wrong. A lot of this stuff is not wrong. It's just you're gonna get the same regurgitation of information, okay? Jesus was single. Well, duh, because he was the Messiah sent to save humanity. So of course he's single. That one I'm sick of hearing. Okay? Okay, now that is the little single conference starter pack that you will get. Tell me in the comments what I missed, because I know there's more.
Never go to a networking event. As soon as something is called a networking event, all of the value goes out of the door. Once networking becomes the premise, everything becomes extremely transactional. Nobody is looking to connect. They're just looking for somebody who is going to help them and is going to bring up their career. They're not necessarily trying to do that for other people. That's why if you're somebody who's trying to make career moves or move up, that's why you feel uncomfortable in those situations, because people are not really looking at you because they know they can't really get anything from you. Instead, you need to go to social events that you know are actually going to attract the people that you are trying to connect with. This could look like professional organizations, so something like but it could a tennis group. You want these to be actions here because we tenant who want to, that is a relate you for them. And I actually do know somebody who works in this business or who can fund your idea or whatever. Think about the things that people you want to connect with would be doing in their free time. People who have like money are never going to networking events because they simply have other social avenues to meet people and build connections. That's what you need to do too.
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I swear on the TikTok that I saw was that they had you fill out a questionnaire, and at some point in the night, they like grouped people into groups so that you could mingle and get to know people out of your comfort zone, whatever. That's not what happened last night. It was at Pemberton, but the bar was still open to the public. So the event was just sectioned off in half the bar. But once you got into the event area, it was just like you were at a bar. There was nothing that made it special to a singles event to help you try to get to know people besides everyone in the bar was single. But then to enjoy like Pemberton, you had to go out of the event area to get drinks. So like I paid for a ticket for like a private area of the bar, but it kind of defeated the purpose. I still had a fun night with my girls. I would highly not recommend going by yourself. There was like hundreds of people at this thing. There's no way I could have gone alone.
Get ready with me as I recap the singles event I went to last night. It was at this really cool Japanese restaurant. It was very like long and skinny, which was actually kind of helpful because you were so close to people because of your like proximity to each other. It was just kind of like, you have to start a conversation. My best friend and I went to the bar. Shots were not on the fixed menu, but I went to the bartender and I was like, do you have shots back here? And she was like, yes, shh. There wasn't really any like instruction. You just kind of go. Like everyone was super, super nice. I think it's really helpful to be in a room with a bunch of people who all are like there for the same reason, and you can more or not assume that the people there are single. I think I talked to like 4 guys. Every guy there, you know, you could start the conversation by being like, have you ever been to one of these events before? And then I would say like, have you ever met anyone from these? Like one guy said, yeah, I actually met someone at one of these and dated her for like a few months. You could talk to each other for like 15, 20 minutes. And then there was kind of this like mutual understanding of like, okay, well, I'm gonna move on and talk to someone else. I think I exchanged 4 numbers. One of them gave me like very classic New York City man vibes. It was actually hilarious. We were like talking at the bar. I would say he was the guy that I felt the most like chemistry with right off the bat. I looked away for something and he had completely turned to a girl behind him who was beautiful, but I was just kind of like, oh, okay. By 9 o'clock, I was so hungry. I said to my girlfriend, like, I think we've done a good job. Like, let's go eat. It was fun. I don't know if I met my husband, but it was a really good experience. I deleted the apps. It's forcing me to like put myself into other situations, other opportunities to meet people. So anyway, talk later.
Okay, I'm like sick and tired because it feels like every single Christian person that I talk to, at least like within my own community who's single, is just like, it's impossible to meet good people, like good Christian ladies or good Christian men. And I know that they're out there, even though some of y'all are hiding. All that say, it feels like there's this epidemic in the Christian dating community. And so if you're a legitimate believer, like you love Jesus, you roll with the Trinity, God, Holy Spirit, Jesus is your tribe, comment in the section below if you're single and you're open to someone sliding into your DMs. Make sure you comment, obviously, your name, your age, and state you live in. And let this be like a pool of healthy Christian interactions with other singles. And if something happens, then all I ask is that you invite me to the wedding. Okay.
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on...
Listen, first of all, I want to address this whole idea of people going on single date events. Now, I don't understand why people think that it's a good idea for them to go on these events when you all know that it's bad for you to meet someone organically, for you to have actually a better relationship with them. I mean, to me, it sounds like something that is just bound to fail. It's bound to fail. You can just go outside and meet someone, then you build a relationship with them organically. Or you can just go out to events, to places, to bars, to different things. There are a lot of things that you can do where you can actually meet people, where you don't have to, plan and do all of this stuff. I think it works better when you don't plan anything. Then secondly, for a woman who's a Christian woman, I think, correct me if I'm mistaken or something, but I think it's better for you to meet someone who's in the church, because I'm assuming that you're going to church. So it's better for you to meet someone who's actually in the church, who has the same values as you, at the church that you attend. Do you attend only women's church, or there are no men there? Because I'm assuming there are men, then you can actually meet them there, or you don't attend church. Am I wrong? Because I'm assuming that you attend church. So it's better for you to meet someone there, build a relationship with them. You probably have the same values. You probably have the same mindset. You probably have the same, well, your goals might not be far off, but you get what I'm saying. And lastly, for the guy who was speaking about the networking events, I think that one is, I agree with most of the things that he was saying. I think if you're gonna go to a networking event, you have to have something to offer. You can't just go to a networking event and no one can benefit anything from you. Networking events are for people to to see opportunity, to find opportunities, and to see who maybe they might get a chance for them to meet someone who can help them with something. And you need to have a skill. If you don't have money, if you don't have resources, you at least need to have a skill that you can offer someone, right? You can't just go to a networking event and no one can benefit anything from you. I think that's fair. I think for you, again, it's better for you to build a relationship, an organic relationship with your coworkers. You can go out with them on events, you can go out to dinners, you can go play, like he said, you can go do hobbies together, go play tennis, go watch soccer matches, go watch. You can do a lot of things with coworkers that you guys can make you build a great relationship, and further down the line you can take advantage of that relationship, especially if you're planning to go up the ladder in the company that you work in. Then I think that's the best way to do it. So I don't know, you guys let me know what your thoughts on this whole single date events that people are planning. It seems like that's the direction that the dating, I don't know, what do they call it, the dating environment is going. I don't know. Please drop them to the comments and like and subscribe to the channel.